Recently, I read a story about a mother who noticed a concerning change in her teenage son. Guided by the ideas of YouTube influencer Andrew Tate, her son began to adopt a mindset that looked down on women. This troubled her deeply, especially because she and her husband had always shared a strong, equal partnership, one built on mutual respect, growth, and collaboration. She realized that her son was heading in a direction that she believed would limit him both as a person and in his future relationships. In the story, the mother struggles with how to approach this delicate subject. She wants her son to understand that true strength as a man doesn't come from controlling others, but from embracing equality and forming relationships where both partners empower each other. It's a short story, but it offers a small window into this mother's journey to help her son see a healthier and more fulfilling path forward. After the story, I'll share 3 practical steps you can take to have a meaningful conversation with your son about this topic. These steps will focus on helping him recognize that a truly powerful man values and benefits from a strong and equal relationship with his partner, and how this mindset can positively shape his life. The sunlight streamed through the windows of Marcia's kitchen as she hummed the tune of her favorite song, a melody she had written herself. It had always been her refuge, a private reminder of her strength and joy. But lately, the song's words seemed distant, overshadowed by her growing unease. Her son, Ryan, had been changing. At 17, he was brimming with the kind of confidence that could easily veer into arrogance. Over dinner the previous night, he'd echoed sentiments that sounded uncomfortably, like the rhetoric of the influencer Andrew Tate that he admired. Andrew spoke of power and dominance, of how men ruled and women should be submissive. Marcia had tried to counter gently. True strength, Ryan, isn't about overpowering others. It's about lifting people up and growing together, she had said. But Ryan had only shrugged. Women are just different than men, Mom. You're just not getting it. This morning, Marcia decided she couldn't ignore it any longer. She found Ryan in the backyard, bathing in sunlight, earbuds in as he lifted his weights. The music blasting in his ears seemed to amplify his intensity, each rep a declaration of independence. She approached, her song lingering on her lips like a shield. Ryan, can we talk? He pulled out his earbuds, looking up. What's up? Marcia hesitated, but pressed on. I've noticed the things you've been saying lately about women, relationships, power. I think we need to discuss where this is coming from and where it's leading. Ryan frowned. It's just reality, Mom. Men are leaders, women follow. That's how it's supposed to be. Marcia exhaled, feeling the weight of the moment. I want to tell you a story, she said. When I was younger, I wrote that song you've always heard me sing. It came from a time when I felt invincible, like I could conquer anything. But do you know who helped me to really become that person? Ryan shook his head. Your father, she said softly. He wasn't afraid of my strength. In fact, he encouraged it. He knew that with a powerful woman by his side, he could achieve far more than he ever could alone. That's what real power looks like. Not control, but collaboration. Ryan looked away, his jaw tight. But people respect strong men, Mom. Nobody cares about compromise. Strength isn't what you think it is, Marcia replied. The kind of man who needs to dominate others to feel powerful is only showing his weakness. A truly strong man, like your father, isn't threatened by a strong woman. He values her, learns from her, and becomes better because of her. Ryan was quiet for a long moment, his gaze fixed on the horizon. The sun, once blazing and unrelenting, seemed softer now, its warmth no longer oppressive. I guess I never thought about it like that, he admitted. Marcia smiled, placing a hand on his shoulder. You don't have to have all the answers now, Ryan. Just remember that strength is about building, not breaking. And respect isn't something you demand, it's something you earn. Later that evening, Marcia heard Ryan in his room, humming her song. The words weren't perfect, but the melody was there. She felt a flicker of hope. The sun might still cast shadows, but it was learning to shine in a way that warmed instead of scorching. So, as we wrap up this story, let's take a moment to focus on how you can have meaningful conversations with your son, or anyone, if you notice them heading down a path that may not lead to the most positive outcomes for their life. Here are 3 practical steps you can take to make these conversations most impactful. 1. Start with connection. Share, don't lecture. When starting the conversation, remember that connection is key. Share your own experiences or relatable stories instead of launching into a lecture. This approach helps build empathy and opens the door for a more productive dialogue. Just like Marcia in the story, using personal examples makes it clear that you're coming from a place of understanding, not judgment. 2. Challenge ideas, not people. It's important to address harmful beliefs without making it personal. Focus on challenging the ideas themselves and offer positive alternatives that align with the values your son already holds. For example, if he values strength, show him how real strength is about lifting others up, not tearing them down. This keeps the conversation constructive and avoids defensiveness. 3. Plant seeds, don't push for agreement. Change takes time, and it's unlikely you'll see a complete shift in one conversation. Instead of trying to force agreement, focus on planting seeds of thought that will grow over time. Leave your son with an open-ended question or insight, and give him space to reflect. By doing this, you allow him to come to his own conclusions in a way that feels authentic and lasting. These steps aren't just about changing someone's mind. They are about fostering understanding and helping someone grow in a way that benefits them and the people around them. If you found value in this video and the story we shared today, I invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you'll help us reach more people who are passionate about creating positive change in their relationships and lives. And if you have any stories, insights, or questions, please leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and continue the conversation. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, true strength comes from building, not breaking. See you in the next video.